So, walking barefoot. Yeah, where to start? Um, I I don't know where to start. Okay, let's talk about walking barefoot. Walking barefoot. Why would anyone want to do that? Well, I can speak of about myself and start from there. Uh, I've always liked to walk barefoot, and even before we get to that, why do, why would someone walk barefoot or not walk barefoot? Let's just back off a little bit and remember when we when we came to this world, we didn't have any shoes, we didn't have any clothes. We acquired those things. So the norm, the basic way of being is clothed, naked, and without shoes. Actually, people have to start asking, why do we wear clothes? Why do we wear shoes? It should not be the other way around. It should not be like, oh, why would someone not wear shoes? Or why would someone not wear clothes? That's a wrong question. Some people think there is no such thing as a wrong question, but it exists. All questions are legit. You can ask any kind of question you want, but some questions are wrong in the sense that when you uh, assume that one thing is the norm and then ask, oh, why should it be some other way? Then somewhere that is wrong. That is a wrong question. I'm not saying that you don't have the right to ask that question, but it's a wrong question. By wrong question, I mean you're going to get a wrong answer. Like, for example, who created the universe? That's a wrong question because the minute you say who, you're automatically assuming that someone created the universe and not something, or whether or not the universe was created, or whether it is auto-created by itself, you know? So, in that sense, there's wrong questions and right questions. Wrong questions will always give you a wrong answer. So first, before asking any question, we got to know what we're talking about. So, why do we wear shoes? That's my question. I mean, right now, everybody's so used to wearing shoes and wearing clothes, and I mean, wearing clothes is obviously understandable. I would love to walk naked wherever, but I can't because, especially in Morocco, where we live here, or wherever, but especially in dogmatic countries, you will get killed. You will get killed. Yeah, you will get killed. It's not even about being humiliated or, insulted. You will get killed. Some people will see it as you're attacking them if you walk naked. My own brother, my own brother from my blood. I don't know what he thinks about it now, but I remember one time we were a bit younger and we were talking about this, and he was like, if I see someone walking around naked and I was with my son, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. And I was like, why? Like, well, he's showing his naked body and my son is there. Your son, your child or your children, they are not twisted as most adults are. They're very innocent. If they see nudity, it's nudity. That's why most children don't mind walking around naked. They're not trying to be sexual about it or anything. It's just walking around naked. It's natural. It's natural. Natural is always right. Natural can never be wrong. It's natural. It's the way things started out. So how can that be wrong? If that's not there, you would never be here. So what? Yeah, back to back to the shoes thing because yeah. So the shoes thing is just like the clothes thing, but anyway, thankfully we can walk barefoot without being killed. I don't walk barefoot, not yet. I do sometimes. Sometimes I would have my sandals on and I'm just fed up and I just remove them, put them in my hand, and I walk, keep walking barefoot, like wherever, on the street. And of course, I get glances, and I don't mind. I understand. If if I saw someone walking barefoot, I would keep looking too. That does not mean that I'm against them. Just unusual. It's an unusual sight, so I'm not offended. And even if they were to insult, to curse out or say something to try to offend, it won't really offend me because I mean, to me, whenever someone tries to make something natural look bad, they're just making themselves look bad. It is I I've passed that point where I would get offended if someone insults my naturality or something natural about anyone, whether it's me or anyone else. It just makes you look like a fool. Like, you know? I mean, they just don't know. They just don't know. So, yeah. But what I can say about walking barefoot or being barefoot, I started jogging barefoot in the forest since 2008. So 9 years now. Uh, Whenever I would go to the forest here nearby, I would always go with my sandals and put them in my big pocket and start running. I I remember the first year, second year, maybe even third year, everyone, like many people were passing me by and like, hey, be careful, you might step on something. Or and then someone would say, hey, where's your shoes? Or hey, you want me to let you, want me to let me, you want me to let you borrow my shoes? It's confusing. Let me, me. And someone was like, hey, man, this was like a few years later. He was like, hey, be careful, you might step on some glass, like broken glass. I'm like, no, man, don't worry. The forest is pretty clean. I mean, there's no trash, but there are stones. Those stones were the ones that really hurt me in the beginning. Now I can run on them. It's fine. But they used to really hit me. Like I used to get bruises on my feet. Of course, I used to get cut everywhere on my feet. I wouldn't be able to walk barefoot for days until it healed. But that's normal. That's normal because that's the position I put myself in after wearing shoes or always walking with shoes for so many years, ever since I was born. What do you expect? I mean, you have to repay. You have to be ready to repay for the wrong that you did. And that's not even something big. That's not even a big price to pay. It's just getting readapted to what's natural. That's all. It's not like a punishment or whatever. So I don't see that as a punishment or like repaying something anyway. But I was running, and the first few years, everyone was stopping me, like asking me questions, like, "Why do you do that?" And I tell them, "Hey, this is healthy. It's really healthy. It's good for you." There are some feet massages which are very expensive because they look so, you know, high class or whatever. Very sophisticated kind of massages, Chinese medicine massages and all that stuff. Because, and then they explain it like the feet and the hands have very sensitive energy spots where when you stimulate them, it affects every other part of your body and your organs, and that's true. That's true. I learned that when I was in martial arts. That's true. Uh, but why do we have to wear shoes all our lives and never walk barefoot, never run barefoot enough, and then you know, uh, and then go pay a lot of money to have our feet massaged when you can have them massaged just from the earth, just from walking barefoot. Doesn't make sense. So, yeah, and yeah, it's very healthy to walk barefoot. I would love to. I would love to get barefoot, like for good. Dude, I would, I would love to start walking barefoot for good someday. I don't want to rely on shoes all my life. I really don't. I want to get used to it. There are quite a few people who started walking barefoot, who walk barefoot for years. Whether it's in the cold or in the heat, their feet are used to it. They don't feel the heat. I mean, the heat doesn't get to them. Of course, they feel the heat, but it doesn't get to them. The cold doesn't get to them. One of those people is Muta Baruka, the famous dub poet, reggae dub poet, Rasta. He's been walking barefoot for like 50 years or something. I mean, that guy is like, you know, you can check him out on YouTube or whatever, wherever, if you don't know him. Another artist was Cesaria Evora from Cap Vert. Sorry, I can't say that in an English accent because I'm not English nor American. Okay? Cesaria Evora. All right, that's how you pronounce that shit. So, yeah, she died. I think she died in 2012 or something, or I don't know, but very recently. She used to walk barefoot. I saw her on stage and stuff. I love her music. She used to always walk barefoot. Quite a few people walk barefoot. It's not easy. I don't think I don't think it's easy, especially for someone who's not used to. If you're someone who's not used to doing things out of the norm, going against the social construct of things, it won't be easy, of course, and it would be probably impossible. Uh, but that's something I want to do. Yeah, that's something I want to do. It's not just about massaging your feet and stuff. It's a lot of things. It's the contact between your feet and the earth or the ground or wherever you're just they're out in the open. Your feet can breathe, you know? Imagine if you would wear gloves the whole time. You won't function properly. Even your thought process would not function properly. I mean, it's very much related to your psychological state, emotional state. Your hands, your feet, they're very, very much connected to that. So you can't imagine yourself wearing gloves all the time, all day, every day, even when it's hot. But you sure can make yourself used to it. That's just how we made ourselves used to wearing shoes. And we can remake ourselves used to not wearing shoes, just like we're used to not wearing gloves, because that's the norm. It's natural. This is how it should be. So it's not just because I am not able to live 100% natural that I should not change any small things in my life to try to be more natural. I know I cannot start walking naked on the street, but that does not mean I should not try to do what I can do to live more naturally. Because nature is, it's the mother, you know, it's the womb. If you drift off of nature, that's it. You're gone. You're gone. I mean, not only disease and, health problems, but even your state of mind, even your peace, even your happiness, your joy, your ecstasy, they will decrease, decrease, decrease. I mean, nature knows best. I mean, we got to live in harmony with nature. And I don't want to make it sound like a religious kind of thing, but it has to be done religiously. I mean, there's no other way. There's no way around it. You don't have to make it into a religion, but you have to do it religiously. You have to do it. You have to do it committedly. You know. So what else can I say about walking barefoot? Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy seeing the reaction of people. I mean, many people would be bothered or disturbed by how people see them, how people are shocked by them. I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. I enjoy when people are shocked. When I got my big beard, right? When I got my crazy looking hair, or when I'm wearing certain type of clothes, like very traditional type of clothes, because that's what I like. I'm not into that too much fashion and whatever. Tight jeans and this and that and saggy pants. I don't like that shit. But earrings, I mean, maybe to you, most of you guys out there, earrings is not a big deal, but I come from a country and a culture and a people who can go crazy just by seeing another man with earrings. You know, they so they immediately associate that with being feminine, like being a woman or being gay or something. But I love showing them that all the while having my beard, my manly beard, looking really manly and stuff. Nothing gay about me and my looks, and at the same time sporting those big ass earrings. You know, I love that. I mean, I love to see the confusion on their face because it makes them think, because it pushes them, it obliges them to think, it forces them to think, to ask questions, to expand their curiosity and their awareness, which is what we need. So, yeah, so that's basically it. Walking barefoot is amazing. I love it. I always used to walk barefoot when I was a kid during the summer, only during the summer. I remember when I was maybe 14 or something like that. It happened in through many many years, but in the summer I would never even like I would rarely even wear sandals, slippers, you know. And when school time came, I would have to start wearing shoes. And I remember when I wore shoes after like 3 or 4 months of not wearing shoes, I would just feel like alienated from those shoes. I was like, what the, like it felt weird wearing shoes. Like it felt like it felt like wearing gloves. Seriously, it felt like some part of me was gonna be closed, not able to breathe anymore. So yeah, that's what it used to do to me. And yeah, yeah. Uh, I saw a few videos on YouTube of people talking about walking barefoot sometimes. That's great. We got to see more stuff like that. So we see, guys, it's not just about going vegan or becoming a hippie or whatever. I'm not a hippie. I really don't like that type of word, hippie. But just be natural, just be natural. It's not about, hey, peace and love and whatever. And no, it's about doing things with awareness, you know? I'm very, I'm a very peaceful man, but that does not mean that I'm not able to fight. I'm not able to get angry. That does not mean that. If I need to, I can be very shocking, okay? And I have no apology for that. But at the same time, I know how to come back to that place where I am centered and at peace with myself. I'm always at peace with myself, even if I do become angry or show anger or become aggressive in some moments. But you have all these people who think, oh, this guy is he's spiritual and this and that. He should always be smiling and he should always be nice. That's not true. A spiritual person can shock the shit out of you. They would flip on you when you least expect it. Don't ever expect a so-called spiritual person to always be smiling and happy and fun. Then again, that does not mean that if they do show aggressiveness or fire, that they are being contradictive or that they're being not preaching what they speak. That has nothing to do with that. It's about being real. Being spiritual is about being real. If you want to be spiritual, start off by being real. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to other people. When you're happy, you're happy. When you're not happy, you're not happy. It's like that. But at the same time, you're aware of what's going on within you and around you. That's what it means. That's the first step of being spiritual. That's how it starts. That's the basis. And I'm talking about all these things because they're all related to the main topic. They're all related. So what I was trying to say is it's not just about doing this or doing that or no. It's about living naturally. It's not about being vegan. You got vegans falling sick because they're eating the wrong vegan food. It's not just about being vegan. You gotta eat alkaline food. Like Dr. Sebi, the famous, the most beloved Dr. Sebi says. Look him up. Look up Dr. Sebi. You have to eat alkaline food. Alkaline means everything that comes from nature. Not a carrot, not garlic, not, you know, uh, uh, peanuts, not, you know, uh, a potato. No, alkaline food. Alkaline food means wild food, a wild species. A carrot is not a wild species. That's why you never find a carrot growing in the forest or on the mountain where there's no human beings. The real carrot is purple. It's not orange. You can look it up. So all these things, it's not enough if you're vegan. Don't eat soybeans, tofu. No, you're gonna fall sick if you eat that because it's poison. So Rastas say ital. We eat ital food. Ital is vital. Vital basically means alkaline. Alkaline, anything that's alkaline is vital. Anything that's vital is alkaline. So it's about living alkaline, vital, ital life. Ital does not mean garlic. Garlic is not ital. Garlic, try to take some garlic, put some garlic juice on a knife, cut yourself with it. You'll be poisoned. Garlic is a poison. It it destroys your nervous system with time. You don't put that stuff in your body. You don't consume that. So it's all about coming back to nature to be a strong human being, a true human being, a truthful human being, an honest human being, a natural human being, a rooted human being. Because for some reason, we begin to think that the more we separate ourselves from nature, the cooler we will be, or the more importance we will have, which is absolutely wrong. The closer you are to nature, the more respect and love you have from me and from many others, and including the planet and the animals. You know, so it's very important. And one of those steps is walking barefoot. If you cannot walk barefoot the whole time, like me, I can't walk barefoot the whole time, not yet, but I'm hoping to. I'm looking forward to that. But at least, whenever you're out in nature, at least, just take your shoes off. Don't keep your socks. Take your shoes off and your socks. And just let your feet breathe and feel that grass and feel that dirt under them and those rocks. It's very important. It's very important. And if you're somewhere secluded, take off everything. Take off your clothes, everything. Just lay in the sun. Jump in the water naked. You will see how it feels. It's very therapeutic. It's very therapeutic. And it's very healthy. And it's necessary because that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. You know? So, that's all I gotta say for now. I'm sorry this video is too short. I know. I'm sorry. I would have loved to stay with you guys a bit more. But I'm trying to keep my videos short now. Just 2-3 minutes. So you can miss me more. Alright. I'll see you guys on the next video.